Good morning. Please switch off your mobile phones. First, we will start with the national anthem. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to welcome Professor Mahmoud Sakhr, President of the Academy of Scientific Research and Technologies, Professor Muhammad Hashim, President of the National Research Center, Dr. Ahmed Abdel Nadir, Head of the Center of Excellence, Ministry of Military Production, representing His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Al-Askar, Minister of Military Production, Egypt. Dr. Junaid Zaidi, COMSATS Executive Director, Islamabad, Pakistan. Professor Ashraf Sha'lan, Chairman of COMSATS Coordinating Council. We highly appreciate the presence of our distinguished honorable guest, Professor Mahmoud Abu Zaid, former Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, Professor Adel Biltagi, former Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, Professor Hossein Ihsan Al-Atfi, former Minister of Agriculture and Land Reclamation, Professor Ayman Farid Abu Hadid, former Minister of Agriculture and Land Reclamation. We are indebted to Professor Vinis Gouda, the former Minister of Scientific Research, the former President of the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology, the former President of the National Research Center, the Vice President of the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology and National Research Center, who devoted their time to be present with us. We would like to also welcome the presidents and directors of the research centers and institutions who kindly accepted our invitation to contribute in this important event. Dear professors and colleagues, in light of the great role played by the National Research Center in fostering research and innovation in Egypt and the region, as well as in organizing international training courses, workshops, and conferences for professionals, we would like to welcome you to the opening of a two-day international workshop entitled Water Resources, Expected Crisis and Strategies of Predomination, which is hosted and co-organized by National Research Center in collaboration with the Commission of Science and Technology for Sustainable Development in the South, COMSATS. Devoted to achieving the highest quality of academic and expert interaction, the scientific program will include 38 lectures, which will be presented over 2 days in parallel sessions, covering the following axes: water management and strategies, climate changes and their effect on water resources, rational use of water in agriculture and irrigation, rational use of water in industry, water desalination and membrane technologies, and wastewater treatment. Lectures will be presented by several renowned professors and scientists from the following countries in alphabetical order: China, Egypt, Kazakhstan, Jamaica, Nigeria, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Sudan. It's our pleasure to have distinguished speakers and attendants from different institutions in Egypt, namely the Center of Excellence of the Ministry of Military Production, Climate Change Research Institute, Global Environment Facility, International Fund for Agricultural Development, Center for Environment and Development for the Arab Region and Europe, Ministry of Water Resources and Irrigation, Ministry of Agriculture and Land Reclamation, Theodore Bilhart Research Institute, Desert Research Institute, Irrigation Research Institute, Agriculture Research Center, the Housing and Building Research Center, the National Institute of Standardization, Egyptian Mineral Resources Authority, National Institute of Oceanography, Environmental Research and Medical Malacology, Agriculture Engineering Research Institute, Faculty of Agriculture at Ain Shams University, and many others. Selected speakers from several divisions of the National Research Center will effectively contribute in this workshop, including the agriculture and biological, the environmental, the engineering, the inorganic chemical industries and mineral resources, and the textile research division. Ladies and gentlemen, to get more insight into the workshop and its objectives, let us now listen to our eminent speakers. Please welcome Professor Ashraf Sha'lan, Chairman of COMSATS, Coordinating Council, Egypt.
Honorable panel, dear guests and colleagues, professors, good morning, and I'm very happy to welcome you today in this very important workshop organized by the National Research Center in collaboration with the COMSATS. It was an idea in the mind of Professor Abdul Salam, the Nobel Prize winner during the early 90s of the last century, that cooperation between South and South is very important, and that people will make benefit from this cooperation, maybe as they have benefits from cooperation with the North. So he started the idea and promoting the idea of establishing this organization, the COMSATS. Starting from 1994, when Professor Bennis was the Minister of Scientific Research, Egypt was the founding member of COMSATS. And I was very happy when I visited the headquarters in Islamabad that they put the picture of the ministers during the signing of the agreement of inauguration of COMSATS in 1994. And I saw Egypt and Professor Gouda, one of those eminent ministers, having this initiative. So we are part of this COMSATS arena from the very beginning. Now, in my capacity as the chairperson of COMSATS Coordinating Council, I can say that COMSATS is doing very well, having the best practice between South and South. And if we can come to the National Research Center of Egypt and how cooperative it is with COMSATS, let me say that this workshop is the 10th workshop the National Research Center organized with the collaboration of COMSATS in the last 14 years. Also, COMSATS supported many young researchers for sharing in activities of the COMSATS all over the world, and 41 young researchers were supported financially through the COMSATS to attend this meeting worldwide. So we are working on the capacity building of the institutions affiliated to the COMSATS. National Research Center also is participating in a newly designed Center for Climate Change with the help of our Chinese colleague through the COMSATS collaboration. Also, we are members in 3 thematic groups, and this is one of the activities of COMSATS to have thematic groups working on certain scientific subjects of interest for some countries. They work together, and COMSATS supports the financial expenses for this research. National Research Center is represented in 3 thematic groups, and we have three research teams in different teams working through this mechanism. Again, National Research Center is offering during 2019 to host a regional office for COMSATS in the National Research Center to be representing Africa and African countries. And 2 months ago, we visited President Nana Akufo-Nana Addo, the President of Ghana, which is he is the chairperson of COMSATS during his tenure, and he is very supportive and asking for inauguration this office next August during the next General Assembly meeting of the Commission. So National Research Center will be the hub for all the African countries for the COMSATS activities. We can promote the activities more among the African countries, and this is a very good coincidence that President Sisi during 2019 is the President of the African Union. So this will be one of the activities we hope that the President will adopt for the activities of the African Union leadership during 2019. So as you see, the COMSATS is doing well. National Research Center is one of the best centers affiliated to the COMSATS. Because I have two hats. One hat is the National Research Center former presidency, and the current hat that I'm still chairperson of the COMSATS. I feel that I'm very satisfied from both sides, from the side of COMSATS activities and from the side of National Research Center contribution to the COMSATS. I'm very happy to be here and welcome you all and wish you a very fruitful meeting and wish our foreign guests to enjoy the scientific content and also enjoy the very nice weather of Cairo these days, and to have the pleasure to come again to Egypt and tell all your colleagues and your friends that Egypt is welcoming all of you. Thank you so much.
We would also like to welcome Dr. Junaid Zaidi, COMSATS Executive Director, Islamabad, Pakistan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to you all. I have to speak and speak a lot. So please be relaxed and listen what we have to say. First of all, I would like to welcome you all here. It's very kind of you that you have come all the way from China, Pakistan, and other countries, Sudan, Nigeria, Kazakhstan. I would like to thank the organizer for organizing this very, very, very important workshop. On water resources, expected crisis, and strategies of predomination. I am very happy to see the former ministers are here, and also the most important persons who are really needed, they are all here. That means we are all concerned about the water. Now if you see and think, just close your eyes for a minute and see the country which has got such a big river like Nile is thinking of water crisis. So that's a tragedy, isn't it? If you think such a big river, Indus and 5 big rivers are flowing in Pakistan. Indus, India is because of Indus. There was no India before Indus. So Indus river is there and the country is facing water shortage. But the Chief Justice of Pakistan had to declare an emergency for water. Why? Because he thinks, and everybody who has some knowledge about water thinks that there will be shortage of water in Pakistan. In spite of all the glaciers, in spite of all the monsoons, there will be some problem. Unless until we do something. What we have done with the water. It was such a big resource for us. People say that, I'm not a doctor, but people say that 1/3 of our head contains water. Am I right, doctor? Doctor is there. So even the water in the head will be shortage. So what has happened? We have used very badly the water. Wherever there was a need, water was there, but we misused. For example, if you see the crops of rice, how much water it is needed. If you see the fire, there will be water needed. Now we used to use the water for everything, anything, kitchen, washroom, drainage, irrigation, you name it, and we use water. And probably we have overused it or misused it. And that's now we have started thinking about the water. And water, so that means the scientists will have to sit together housewives have to sit together. And also the planners will have to sit together. How to cope this sort of emergency which is just down the road. Now the UN, all the SDGs, they have included water also. If you go all around the world, now everybody is talking about that there will be shortage of water, there will be, or even in some countries they are saying there will be excess of water, there will be problem, there will be flood, there will be so many issues. Now forestation, we have to have good forestation. We have to have good crops. For that we need good quality water also. How can we do it? I'm sure the scientists sitting here in this room will be able to try to find solutions. I have seen the programs. I am not personally myself an expert in water, but I am really happy and I would like to congratulate National Research Council for organizing this activity and gathering people, scientists, from all over the world. They are talking about different issues of water. And the program has been very widely arranged. Whosoever has done, I must appreciate. I must appreciate the chairperson, I must appreciate the president, I must appreciate the organizers who have, can I just read the names of these people? First of all, Professor Muhammad Hashim, who is the chairperson and the president of National Research Council. Dr. Mamdoom Wadali, who is the organizer of this very workshop. And I am very happy to see Hussain Ihsan Ali, right, who is from the Arab Water Council. Not only in Egypt, but the whole Arab, so they are having some problem from there. And I would like to also thank Dr. Engineer Ahmed Abdul Nazir Ahmed, who has come here for organizing for the inauguration in the workshop. I would like to thank you all for being here. It shows the concern which you people are having regarding the water scarcity and shortage. Regarding the COMSATS, my colleague has told you in detail. Under Dr. Shalan, for the last 4 years, the COMSAT has really progressed very well. We have been organizing, we have been seminar. Now our focus is establishing the universities, institutions, center of excellence. We were just discussing how can we set up a good quality center of excellence, not only in water, maybe in any field of science and technology, which is coming up in Egypt. Now Egypt is one of the very important countries of COMSAT. The most literate people are here, good universities are here, good laboratories are here, good learned people are here. Now they have the responsibility not for their own country but also the countries in Africa. For example, Somalia, for example, Nigeria, for example, Tanzania, Uganda. These are all members of COMSATS and we are planning to set up some good institutions and Egypt is taking lead. Egypt is very, very active member of COMSATS and they have contributed very significantly. Quite a few countries are got benefit from here. Now China and Egypt are also working in the area of climate change and they are planning to set up a center of climate change here and which will carry out the study how the climate is affecting on the humanity. Let me just give you one example. In the year 2017, in Pakistan, climate is also changing as being changed all over the world. So there was big or heavy rainfall in that year. As a result, people got flu, viruses, all sorts of viruses came. And these viruses were new, they were not previously detected. And in Islamabad, there was almost everybody got flu. And they tried all sorts of antibiotics and it did not work. There was only one antibiotic which was working, which was Aromax at that time. So that means not only water is affecting itself, what is affecting the other domains, in health also, in agriculture also, in food also, in hunger also. So that's what we have to take care of that one. Once again, I would like to thank one more thing. This morning I was just coming from the hotel, I saw on the road, Egypt is just like Pakistan. You people walk like Pakistanis. You people drive just like Pakistanis. Your food is almost as Pakistanis. So I would request you to come to your second home to Pakistan. Don't live there. And Pakistan, mind it is not as it is being depicted by BBC or CNN. It is very, very different, very friendly and loving people. Pakistan is a country where you can find minus 50 degree temperature and plus 50 degree temperature at any time of the year. Now today you go there will be minus 50, all frozen, all glaciers. On the other side you go to the desert, plus 50 degree temperature. You can enjoy, you can choose the temperature also, you can choose the place also, and you can find the diet also that will almost be like what you have been eating. So once again, thank you very much, dear brothers. Thank you.
And now, welcome Dr. Ahmed Abdel Nazir, Head of the Center of Excellence, Ministry of Military Production, representing His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Al-Askar, Minister of Military Production, Egypt.
Good morning. Professor Dr. Mahmoud Saar, President of Academy of Scientific Research and Technology. Professor Dr. Muhammad Hashim, President of the National Research Center. Professor Dr. Julai Zaidi, COMSATS Executive Director of Islamabad, Pakistan. And Professor Ashraf Sha'lan, Chairman of COMSATS Coordinating Council, National Research Center, Egypt. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure on behalf of His Excellency Dr. Muhammad Saeed Al-Assar, Minister of Military Production, to join this international workshop COMSATS organizations with the 27 developing countries as its member states to promote South-to-South cooperation in science and technology for sustainable socio-economic progress. I wish to thank you all and the organizing committee for inviting the Ministry of Military Production to this important event. His Excellency is very sorry not being able to join us due to some urgent obligations His Excellency has to attend in person. Egypt and all other COMSATS organization members have enjoyed long-standing historical relations for millennia in various fields. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this event comes at the right time, as there are many promising opportunities for cooperation between Egypt